I'm just in the Sierra de Gredos, so about 2 hours drive west of Madrid, so in the foothills of the mountains. So that's the view. In fact, this morning when I was sitting here, I'm in one of my son's rooms, and when I was sitting here and I saw two deer run across the garden, which was quite exciting. Yeah, I mean, the work I've done is basically to set up kind of online small groups, and they are groups. I think it's important that they're groups because people that atmosphere that's created when people get to know each other online, and they can get to know each other. And we've had some remarkable comments and experiences where people have talked about feeling really close to a small group of people they have never met. And I think I would have been extremely skeptical a year ago about the possibility of that. I think there's lots of things one needs to do. I think one needs to be kind of very sensitive and careful and gentle in the way that one does these things to create that atmosphere. But I've been surprised how much that is possible. And I think it, for me, shifts my understanding of, in the future, what we can do when we're not together, and therefore what we should do and what our emphasis and attention should be on when we are able to be together. So I think that we need to pay now really close attention to doing when we are physically together, which will be rare and special. Certainly won't happen in the same way as it used to, is to make more of that, to pay more attention to the sensory and the sensual, and to the serendipitous, and to the social, and to allow those things where we're just about sharing information to sit somewhere else, to do that online. So I'm very interested in how that blend is gonna unfold in the future. I think that's what's been very interesting for me is to realize more deeply how important the physical world is to me, or how it's a resource. So when I get tense or nervous or anxious or exhausted, actually the best thing for me to do is something physical, because of where I live, because through the winter we heat the house just with firewood. Chopping logs, for example, has become a real source of solace. So I'm doing some actually quite robust physical work, which in itself is very satisfying because you produce logs that you then put on the fire that keep you warm. But it's satisfying in another ways. It calms and sort of settles me. And so putting my attention to physical things, I think, has been an important compensating factor. I can get very kind of agitated and tense when I'm just writing and thinking and reading and talking. And that's been a real source of solace. It seems to me that the people who've responded most effectively have been very aware of the importance of human connection, and of devoting time and energy and attention to that human connection. And often they've had to do that through the medium of technology. But what I mean by that is, in a big organization, some people have tried to put a lot of emphasis on adhering to the plan, or executing the strategy, or devising a new strategy. And other leaders have paid more attention to what you might think of as the softer stuff, the sort of the social fabric, how people are feeling, how they're feeling in the grand scheme of things. Are they feeling threatened? Are they worried about if they're going to have a job? Are they worried about the future health of the enterprise? But how are they feeling hour by hour, day by day, as yet another hour of Zoom kind of kicks in? Or how are they managing the tensions with homeschooling? And I think that some people have kind of moved into sort of almost a phase of denial, of focusing on the things the business needs and forgetting what the people need. And I think the most successful leaders have discovered or rediscovered or emphasized that kind of important human connection. And I think they've grown enormously. I've seen people grow enormously through this period, and I think that will be the important thing. That will be the deciding factor.